Well, I've got both cameras going. I'm trying to get a view on the iPad to show you guys the Agricision. I don't know, it's probably not showing up on the camera because of the glare on the iPad, but I'm going to try. I'm going to see how it turns out. I don't know how else to do it, but I've already got this field programmed. So now, since I set my distance of my spreader and whatnot, I'm already on the line. So I've got a green light up there. Actually, let me change your guys' view. Maybe I can get you a view here. Give me 1 second. Alright, I don't know if this is going to work out well. I'm trying to get you guys kind of on my hoodie. I think you can see the light. I think you can see the light on the deal. I'm right on a AB line. I set my distances. This is the edge of my field. Hopefully you can see it on this camera. If not, maybe you can see it on the camera on my chest. But I've already got an AB line set in this field, so I pulled the field up. And if you set your AB lines, or your spacing on your AB lines, it'll actually give you a blue line that gave me a green light. So I'm about, I don't remember what I set my spacing at, 15 foot on this. So it already set my lines at 15 feet. So now I can go up and spread those. And I think if I go like that, it'll start lighting the tractor up. So now as I go, it'll actually paint my field. It's got a little blinky light on the bar, and then if you hit it again, it doesn't blink. So let's run it up. I know you're not supposed to start your PT up. Hang on a second. Dang it. I gotta open my spreader. It ain't gonna do anything if we don't open the spreader. Alright, let's close that. We don't need fertilizer in here. Off my line, off my line. Pretty slick. I'm trying to get the video, so I don't know if I'm actually got fertilizer even coming out of the spreader. See, so now I got tire marks all through here again. So, you know, obviously it'd be a little difficult to tell kind of where you were, but now I've got my my lines, and I'm painting the field, so you can tell, you know, if the spreader's actually spreading fertilizer, I'm covering my field. I think we're spreading. I hear something hitting the back of the cab, so hopefully this video is coming out good. Probably need to stop here in a minute and make sure that we've got fert or something coming out of it. The difficulties of kind of going over a little bit, that's alright. Man, I like this thing. Like how you can paint the field, so you're making sure that you're getting something. Looks like I need to adjust my spreader a little bit. So give me a second. Let me do that. Alright, let's carry on. looks better. Have to give the tractor a bath after we're done. Want fertilizer ping-panging on the back of the tractor. I keep wanting to go over a little further, but it's telling me no, and I'd be wasting fertilizer. Not a bad deal. And see, normally I would switch back out to my seeder. I'd run my seeder so I'd have, you know, fresh bed prepped, and instead now I can leave the spreader on. I can do my fertilizer, and I don't have to switch out to my seeder until I'm totally done with fertilizing and using the spreader, and then I can just put the spreader on and I'm done. So it's less change out, everything else. And this will tell me, well, I didn't set it up to tell me, but it'll tell me how many acres I do. I didn't have it map it. I'd mess with it and all that if I didn't have cameras and everything else going. And anyways, if I was more intuitive with it, I guess. I haven't used it enough to really know going right through it. But anyways, it will. You can set it. I did it. I was playing with it yesterday when I was prepping, and you could get it to where it told you how many acres you were doing. So that was kind of nice. Let's see if I can. Oh, there we go. We're going 4.5 miles an hour. We've covered 1.06 acres so far, 1.07. Hopefully you can see that up in the corner with this other camera. I'm way off my line because I'm messing with the screen, trying to explain it to you guys. Otherwise I just do my thing and let it do its thing. And I like it that it gives me this. I like watching the line here to get me pretty close to where you know where you're going, instead of trying to line up the lights on the hood. I mean, it's nice to have the light on the hood, but it's nice being able to drive to that line that it puts in there, those offset lines. But see, you're painting the field so you know exactly what you're doing. And then I think when you go back in and you reset your width of your attachment, then it will you know, it'll give you a clean field, I would suppose. Oh, see, I'm missing a line over there. If it wasn't painting the field, I would have thought that I was running up that one. Man, I'm messing up all over the place. Get back over there. .27 acres. Kind of watching to see if I was right on my guesstimation on this field. I was guessing about 2 acres. It's looking like I wasn't far off. Now somebody might say, man, you're missing all kinds of stuff. I think I set my width at about 15 foot total, and I spread wider than that. So I'm automatically giving myself some coverage. I really like this thing. I think I'm gonna, I mean, I don't mind that being on that handle, I guess. I was gonna make me a mount and put it up there on that other handle thing, and I might still do that and just have the pad up there. I don't necessarily have to sit here and mess with it while I'm running if I'm not trying to explain stuff and do a video on it. I wouldn't mind it up here. I could set it and just do my thing. So I still might make me a mount to go in those handle holes. I'm not going to put a handle on that side. Who gets in on the wrong side of the tractor? 1.45 guys, coming up on 2 acres, and we got, I don't know, about that much left. Well, Jason gonna be right or wrong? Well, and you guys let me know if you like stuff like this. You might not even like anything like this. But like I said, and this is, I don't know why, I got ADHD real bad. Sometimes I got like shiny squirrel syndrome and stuff like that. This mount is just a mount I found on Amazon. It wasn't very expensive. I actually like it for putting my cell phone in, but it was rated for an iPad, and I was like, well, we'll try to put the iPad in here and make a video on it. On using the iPad with this thing. I needed something to use with this anyways. I might buy me an iPad mini, because this is a full-size iPad, which is nice for, you know, videoing purposes, but I don't need anything this big in here. Well, we're about out of fertilizer, so let's go up and get some fert. Actually, how do we stop that? Hit the tractor. So now I can come back. I'm not painting anymore. I can go put some more fert in. Now I can come back and start painting lines. It'll take me right to where I was before. So tell me that's not nice. How many tire marks are in here? And you know, how are you going to go back and find your exact spot there? That fert up here looks good. That's about the right amount of fert. So I'll go grab 2 more bags and throw in there. I didn't want to have too much fertilizer in there and not be 2 acres, but we're 1.64, so I'd say that's about 2 acres back here. Anyways, I'm gonna throw the extra, or I'm gonna throw 2 more bags in, I think, and get the rest of that done, and then we'll be back with the seeder. Obviously, we won't have to use the AgriSense with the seeder, because we'll be able to see where we're at. So it's, you know, it's not useful for those purposes. But anyways, we'll be back in a little bit once I get the seeder on.